Welcome to the October Energy Report. I hope I didn't give you a fright. Oops, and there's a fright for me. Hold on one second. Okay, so where were we? October, here we are, October. I'm not really feeling it, are you? I don't know. It's already starting off to be a frightful month, which happens to be one of the words that came to me for this month. For me personally, I'm in what they call the time of decrease, just kind of not feeling it. But it doesn't mean that anything bad is happening. It's just kind of, there's a gap and I need to just chill out and live a simple life and stop trying to have all this happiness all the time, whatever. Anyway, so I'm feeling just a little off. I hope that doesn't come through in this video. And I figured if I wear it, it will come. Subliminal apparel here. Anyway, let's move on with the October Energy Report. I'm going to try to do this quickly because I'm tired of these 20-minute videos. So, as I mentioned, one of the words that came to me was frightful. So I always get a couple of words that kind of, come to me that indicate kind of the theme of the month. And I guess they're being a little funny. The collective energy is trying to be a little funny in theme with the Halloween theme. Frightful, disgusting, and hold on to your hats. This is going to be a very interesting month. Not necessarily bad though. Bad for some, but really it's a good month for us. Okay, so when I checked in, what does this word frightful mean? I heard collusion, collusion, collusion. And I saw, and it was, yes, it was about Trump's connection to Putin, China, and all these different companies. But then what came in was the web, the thick, dense web of all the interconnectedness and collusionness of all the countries all around the world. How we're all up in their business and they're all up in our business. And I don't know if something about this information, collusion, comes out and it is a bit frightful to the American people, because maybe we arrogantly thought that we're kind of untouchable, or I don't know, that we're an island of our own and we're so wonderful. Okay. No more dinging. It's going to ding another time. And maybe something of all this collusion and interconnectedness comes out and it's quite frightful to us. I don't know. We'll see. What I also saw was stock market. I saw the arrow going down, the Dow plunges. Now, maybe that's already happening. I thought I heard something about that, but so that will be frightful to some people. Now, this word disgusting, I thought, oh, what an awful word to get. But it's quite an adequate term for this month. And disgusting, when you use that word, it's usually in tandem with a physical reaction. It's a physical descriptor, usually based on, something you see, hear that is so distasteful that it disgusts you, and you have a face. And this means that when we have that kind of physical reaction to something, like, oh, that's disgusting, that it is completely out of alignment with our true nature, our true selves, cosmos, nature, and it's just really out of alignment, and it kind of harms us physically, okay, like our physical consciousness. And I think that this is something is going to come out that we just think is so distasteful that we just go, enough is enough. And interestingly enough, this word disgusting is often connected to smell. And this is connected to something that I intuited or saw for Donald Trump this month, that it might have to do with an environmental disaster. Maybe I saw a sewer smell. I don't know. This is very interesting. So we'll see how this plays out. But it's going to correlate with something we hear that's going to connect possibly to an environmental disaster that seems disgusting, or an earth-related event that, I don't know, causes us to cringe physically. And then this phrase, hold on to your hats. What I visually got was, I saw the question mark, like, oh, secret. There's a secret, you know, that question mark with the black background. And then, shh, what I get. And then I also saw Trump sitting there like he was a hostage, and duct tape being ripped off of his eyes, you know, and then it was glowing light. Now, I don't know if this is, to me, it's like, hold on to your hats, because secrets are going to be revealed. But my vision is kind of like Trump's going to see something, or we're going to see something more about Trump, like we're going to see his true face or something, because it was like, I don't know. It was kind of like, we're not going to even show you, okay, because it's such a secret. So I don't know. Hold on to your hats. Intuitively, what also came to me for this month is, oh yes, I also saw Trump. Oh, it was such a weird image. He was like so enraged and red in the face, but he was literally choking himself to death. And I think that this is absolutely perfect for, he's just digging his own grave. You know, everything he does, he's just doing it himself. He's just choking himself to death. Like, he just, whatever he does, it's just going to backfire. Okay, so that was quite an image. I also got, I heard that many will awaken to their true self this month. And all of these things, everything that I got in this whole reading keeps confirming itself. And that is confirmed in what I got from the sage and the hexagram for this month. So this is not a bad month, maybe bad for some people, but in general, this is a real gift of a month for us. It's very interesting that around mid-month there will be many awakening. So let's move on. The month for Trump. This is the first time I'm kind of going through time periods for Trump in a month. And what I did, I just broke it up in the first 10 days, second 10 days, and the last 10 to 11 days. And I do a mixture of tools. So, you know, not just tarot or numbers or hexagrams. I do it all and I mix it all together. So for the first 10 days, what I get for Trump is, you know, on the outside, he's, oh, I saw him at on the stage, you know, doing his rallies, and I heard winning. So on the outside, he really feels like, I'm winning, and it appears to everyone that he's winning, and he's full of himself and full of confidence, and he's just like pop, pop, throwing punches, and everyone's like really happy. But behind the scenes, and we can kind of correlate this energy with the high priestess, what I get is the 64th hexagram, which is correlated to the high priestess in my world. But behind the scenes, after his rallies, after he's alone and he's by himself, what's happening is he's stepping back, and, you know, I want to say he's reflecting, and some people can't imagine Trump reflecting on things, but he's just kind of sitting back and looking at things and reflecting on the situation and on his secrets, the secrets in his life, lack of his personal harmony, and thinking about all the things that have yet to be revealed or could be revealed about himself. And this is causing a deep sense of confusion. And the card that I got, it's an I Ching deck, and it talks about that he feels like he's walking on thin ice, and that the risks that he's taken are getting riskier, and the situation for him is becoming even more tenuous. He is beginning to feel utterly spent, and more challenges and delays are on the way. That's what this card was saying. So even though on the outside he appears like he's winning, he's got the high priestess energy reversed, that he's reflecting on things, and he's like feeling a lot of doubt and confusion and nervousness, thinking about all of his secrets and all the shit that might come out or what's coming. Okay, that's the first 10 days. So mid-month, around the 11th to the 20th, what I get is hexagram 18, it's Judgment, and the Tarot card is the Tower card. So, you know, need I say more? So this is all about illnesses, loss. It's a really volatile time. This hexagram 18 is called Working on What Has Been Spoiled. And this totally correlates to spoiled. Things that are spoiled smell. And this deck that I use talks about that when a person is working on what is spoiled or in the collective, that this often coincides with earth or weather-related events, some kind of destructive earth event. It could be an environmental disaster. So I'm very curious if some judgment comes up regarding Trump, the Tower moment for Trump. And, you know, collectively, there's all kinds of reactions from both sides, that it causes some kind of stinkier, disgusting environmental event or some kind of weather, earth change. I don't know. It's very interesting what came up. Of course, this can all be fantasy, me pulling things together that certainly aren't connected, but it's just fun to do this. Okay, so mid-month, Judgment time, the Tower. And the last 10 to 11 days, two energies, like they wouldn't go away. I had to keep two energies together. So I got the 26 and the 29. The 20, and I'm speaking hexagram. And I'm using different cards and interpretations. So if you have the I Ching book, it may not correlate directly, okay? I'm using very different, all different modalities. So mixed in here, two different energies. There's one of the 26, this card said it's a time of being tested. His investment into the status quo is being tested. He is going to, he's going to have this fear of losing power, of being powerless. His pride will become stronger and may abuse his power and receive poor counsel and breakdown. This is correlated in the Tarot, and I only use major arcanas, the Hierophant or the Hierophant, reversed. Okay, so he's really going to be tested during this time, and he's headed for breakdown, but he may abuse his power because he's hitting this area of fear of losing my power. And actually the other hexagram 29 also relates to fear of losing power. And I think that the 29th hexagram just sums up this entire month for Trump. It's called the Abysmal. And it's said, danger, danger, danger. There is uncertainty everywhere he turns. It looks difficult and dark. He will be scattered and full of doubt, and he'll just have like a sense of half-heartedness about things. Let's see. So, not looking good for Trump. But, you know, in a reactive mode, he may appear and react in a more powerful, strong arm kind of way. Okay, so this will be interesting. May be frightful for us, but it's actually a really good thing. Because, let's see here, let me read my note. And so that's Trump's energy and some of the words. Now the collective energy, and mostly focused on the United States. I'm Sorry for any international viewers, but it does seem like all eyes are on the United States during this election time. Okay, so collectively, and before I threw the coins for our collective hexagram or gene key, I thought to myself, gosh, this would be the perfect month to get the darkest of gene keys. And what do you know? That's exactly what I got. I got the 28th gene key, which is it's the darkest of archetypal fears, which is manifests as the fear of death. And all these dark archetypes, all the demonic archetypes are wound up in this one gene key or hexagram. And it's our fear of death, but I got the gene key or the hexagram as a gift. We're entering into the gift energy of this hexagram or gene key. Let me read about this, read my notes on this. So the hexagram points to, we are coming into a phase where it's called the ridge pole is sagging to the point of breaking. Structures are ending. It's like, and people's will to live and go on as things are is breaking. We're at a breaking point. And I certainly feel that today, even in my own life. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of nothing happening. Sorry. Yeah, so we're entering into this phase where the ridge pole is sagging and it's going to break. Structures are beginning to break. Now, for half of the collective or some of the collective that kind of are also at their breaking point, they may break. Their will to go on, this may be a very frightful month for them, but for many of us, or the collective who are on the edge of an awakening, this is actually an excellent time. This is when many people have awakenings, right? You hit the bottom. Okay, so I was kind of asking in an oracle session about what does all this mean, and I asked, is this about the collapse of structures? Yes, 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 hot, hot, hot. Is it about structures of government collapsing? And I got a real warm yes. Yeah, maybe, kind of, sort of, but not really it. Is this about people's beliefs and structures collapsing? Yes, hot. Is it about people's belief in the government? I went back to that and got warm, like, no, not really. Is it about people's belief about how societies and things are working? Yes, hot. You know enough now to move on. And is it some people's belief and will to go on? Yes. So people are breaking down. Their beliefs are breaking down. Their will to go on are breaking down. I know that sounds horrible, but you know that when you hit rock bottom, awakenings happen. So it's really a good time. While some may break, the sage indicates that this is what pushes people to the gift. And that was actually a question that I posed to the sage, and I got hot, hot, hot. Yes, 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 you hit the nail on the head, that this is what this month is all about. And the gift of this hexagram number 28 is it's called embracing the dark, or living, it's called totality. And it means that I think people are like, we're going to be faced with so much shit that we finally said, okay, whatever. We're just going to stop resisting and learn to live alongside our most deepest, darkest fears. Fear of death, fear of not having enough money, fear of not finding our purpose. We're just going to live alongside all this darkness and realize, I think people are going to realize, right, this is all a play. Life's a stage and we can handle it. We can live with the dark as well as the light. We'll integrate it all. We will live in totality of both of these things alongside us all the time. No problem. That will be a great awakening for us this month of October. So not so scary after all, right? Let's see, do I have anything else to share? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that was about a 15-20 minute video. I'm sorry. I hope you have a wonderful month. I think it's going to be fun. 2 full moons in 1 month. So it's going to be fun and also very challenging, as it's already proving itself to be. So happy Halloween, have fun, and I'll see you next month. Okay, till next time.